Hey there, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of 3B TV. I'm Brian. This is 3B Farm and Homestead here in beautiful upstate New York. Well, I don't know about how beautiful it is right now. In the last week, we've had basically a 70-degree swing in temperature. So last weekend, had a pretty sizable snowstorm come through. I think Sunday night, it was down, Monday morning-ish, it was down to minus 20. With wind chills that they were saying that were in the neighborhood of minus 40. And today it was 50 degrees and raining. So totally bizarre weather patterns coming through here. But you didn't tune in for a weather report. So it has been a while, as you well know, since I have posted a video. In fact, I went back and looked, and I think my last video was 6 or 7 months ago. And it was an update from my mom and dad's homestead, Humming Bee Homestead. And then I kind of went dark. And over the last, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 weeks, I've seen quite a bit of activity on our channel. People subscribing, people commenting on videos. And I'm not really quite sure why. But I thought I would just go ahead and put together a bit of a quick video giving you a little bit of an update as far as where we're at and kind of explain to you why I haven't been putting out much content in the last 6 or 7 months. So let me kind of back up a little bit and talk to you about why I started putting out content to begin with. A little over a year ago, it was actually, I think, in the fall of 2017, I kind of stumbled on the online homesteading community. And now I had a name, I guess, for what we were doing. Up to that point, I never had really considered us as homesteaders. I had just considered what we were doing as life. And so in the process of kind of stumbling on the online homestead community and YouTube and whatnot, I started reading a lot of books. And so I thought, you know what, I want to go ahead and document this journey and share it with people. Maybe people will find it helpful as I kind of wrestle with some ideas and the direction that we wanted to take our farmstead, so to speak. And so YouTube was kind of a vehicle for that. And the second reason that I started making YouTube videos was because the Great American Farm Tour had just wrapped up, and there was a lot of people that were getting into it. And I thought, you know what, I can add to the conversation. And I felt like maybe I could contribute to the conversation that was going on within the homesteading community. And so I wanted to do that. The third thing was I wanted to share knowledge. I've been very blessed to have great mentors. I've been also very blessed to grow up in a family that does a lot of homesteading type things. And I also have been very blessed to learn a lot from YouTube. And so I thought, great way for me to give back. And so I thought by sharing some tips and tricks, some experiments, some things we were working on, hopefully through our successes, our failures, I would be able to help other people who were on the same journey that we are on. The fourth reason why I started making YouTube videos is I wanted to help connect our customers to their food. So as we grow chickens, as we raise pigs, as we grow vegetables, I want people to understand where their food is coming from. I want people to see the labor of love that goes into raising that food. I want people to understand the blood, sweat, and tears that go into that, because I really feel like people in general are so disconnected from their food supply, and people have become so accustomed to these huge factory farms that they don't really understand the cost of raising real food. And I actually did a video about that that I'll link to right here just because I can. And so I wanted to hopefully connect our customers with that and help them experience and understand where their food was coming from. And then the last reason is I just want to have some fun. So why did I quit making videos, or at least pause for a very long time? Well, the first reason was time. It takes about 2 to 3 times, sometimes 4 times longer to perform a task when you're trying to shoot video than it does just doing the task. By the time you set up cameras and you set up angles and you set up shots and then you shoot and you reshoot, it just takes a lot of time. That doesn't even take into consideration all of the editing that you have to do. Those of you who may not know me in real life, I work at a full-time off-farm job. This isn't my full-time gig. I don't ever anticipate this being my full-time gig. But I'm also involved in a lot of other things. My son's in Boy Scouts. I'm the assistant scoutmaster with him. Heavily involved in our church, involved with the Libertarian Party. Just a lot of things going on. And so for me to take my homesteading tasks and make them be 2 or 3 or sometimes 4 times longer just wasn't very time effective for me. And in the beginning, obviously, it was when I first started making videos, it was this time of year when things are a lot slower on the homestead. And so I had a lot more time to devote to it. But as the season progressed and things amped up and we got into canning season and we got into raising chickens and it was around fair time and just so many things going on, I just really was finding it hard to keep up with it. But besides the time, it was also the timing. If you remember back, the first part of last year is when YouTube demonetized a lot of channels and really set some pretty high thresholds with regards to monetization. Now, as I went through my lists of the why I started doing videos, you noticed monetizing the channel was not in that list. It wasn't on my radar. Never had considered doing that. Not that I'm opposed to it, but that wasn't the reason why I got into it. I didn't get into making YouTube videos as a way of generating revenue from the homestead. But there were a lot of people that were trying to do that. And so there was a lot of, I don't want to call it noise, but a lot of people generating a lot of content with, in my opinion, focus more on quantity rather than quality. That's just my opinion. Please don't shoot the messenger. And a lot of focus on metrics and trying to get people to subscribe and to get views up to the point to where people were doing some things I didn't necessarily agree with, and that's fine. But that's not how I wanted to approach things. I wanted our channel to grow organically. I wanted people to watch things to learn, not because I was trying to get views, not because I was trying to get minutes. I wanted the content that we were producing to be something that was valuable to people. And what I found is I wasn't seeing that. Now, I'm not sure if it was that my videos weren't cutting through the noise, or if the quality wasn't up to par, or if the content that I was producing just wasn't what people were interested in. It wasn't resonating with people. But there just came a point to where I had to look at it and say, it's taken all this time out of other things that I could be doing, and I'm just not seeing the results, for better or for worse. And please understand, I'm not singing the blues here. I'm just being real. So I just had to make a decision, and I just opted to stop making videos for a while. Now, this video is just a quick update, although I'm almost 10 minutes into it. I am not, by any stretch of the imagination, coming back with any idea of becoming regular, posting every day or posting once a week or anything like that. I have, I think, 4 or 5 videos that I'd like to do. I'd like to do an update on the homestead, provide people with an update as far as where we're at, share some of our successes from 2018, share some of our failures of 2018. One of our big things that happened in 2018 is we bought a tractor. And so I'd like to kind of go through the decision-making process and explain why we chose a tractor that we did, and then give my opinion, my feedback on how whether or not I've been happy with that decision or not. And then finally, I'd like to do another a video with our plans for 2019. So those are some things that I've got kicking around in the back of my head, but who knows? We'll see whether or not I get around to doing that. But those are kind of the videos that I anticipate putting out maybe in the next month or two. Right now, obviously, we're getting, trying to get the seed order put together, trying to understand what our chicken order is going to be, which are the same things that we were trying to document and go through last year. And I'll try to probably capture some of that in our plans for 2019. But anyhow, I just wanted to kind of give you guys a quick update, although 10 minutes is less than quick, I guess. But and also to, kind of give you some insight into why it's been a while since I have posted a video. So anyhow, things here on 3B Farm and Homestead are going very well, and got a lot of exciting things that are taking place, and a lot of things that I'm excited about here in 2019. Thanks so much for tuning in. Thanks so much for subscribing, and I do hope that you had a wonderful 2018, and I'm a little late in doing it, but Happy New Year, Happy 2019 to everybody. And I hope everybody is well. So until next time, everybody, we will catch you later.